Hi guys, it's Debbie, and today I would like to speak about Rough Night, a comedy film directed by Lucia Agnello. It follows the story of a group of friends on a trip to Miami for a weekend-long bachelorette party gone disastrously wrong. Such a unique and refreshing idea on the market. The main issue during the party, and this is not a spoiler, it is actually shown in the trailer, is that one of the women accidentally kills a stripper they had hired for the night, as well as numerous drug-related incidents, crazy neighbours, desperate boyfriends, all washed down with a lot of alcohol. This film is just as bad and forgettable as it sounds. It does not offer a different twist on all the party gone wrong genre. It is just partying, alcohol, bad sex jokes, unrealistic and unnecessary dialogues, and an unlikely exaggerated consumption of drugs. Also, its comedy is based on a totally non-comedic premise, which is the murder of a person. Remember, dark comedy doesn't just mean finding the most controversial and worst thing to possibly laugh at. As the film moved on, it just passed from bad to worse, with just a couple of laughable moments, and then it culminated with a finale which just made me hate everything even more. In general, there's not even a real plot. The film can just be summed up by watching the trailer, which basically contains every joke, every scene and every character. If we compare this film to one of its most famous counterparts within the same genre, which is The Hangover, we can see what was miscalculated. The Hangover is an easygoing, laugh-out-loud comedy about a stag party gone wrong. It had an equal amount of substance consumption and bad jokes, but within its simplicity and ridiculousness, it still managed to convey a story, give us memorable characters, and a decent amount of hilarious scenes. It's the kind of movie most of us could easily watch on a weekend night as a guilty pleasure film. What Rough Night tried to do instead was make the plot appear as something new and different, the dead man, and ignore the fact that the story contained little to nothing except for neon lights, catchy music, loud puns and big names. And on the contrary of The Hangover, the characters just didn't stick with us. All the characters were developed to be different from one another. Zoe Kravitz was the snobbish and wealthy Blair. Ilana Glazer portrayed the hippie and rebellious Frankie. Scarlett Johansson was the sensible and ambitious Jess. And then there was Julian Bell's character Alice, which was supposed to be the funniest one on set, but turned out to be plain annoying, screaming her way through the plot, and with a character analysis limited to her describing eating raw penis-shaped pasta. The contrast between the woman's different personality traits was meant to enhance the concept of friendship, which moves beyond identity differences, the bond which glued these girls together even after a decade. These girls were meant to be a team of buddies for life, and the cast was meant to convey authenticity and realism. But the awkward silences and the forced dialogues were just the tip of the iceberg of the features, which made everything in the film seem over-scripted. Nearly every figure in the main cast is actually a high-profile name in the business industry, from Demi to Zoe Kravitz. There we have Kate McKinnon, Burell. This film was also advertised and attracted popularity, mainly because of Scarlett Johansson being the major poster girl. But although she plays the main character because she is the future bride-to-be, her role is actually very limited and often shadowed by other characters. As a matter of fact, I actually preferred the character of Pippa, portrayed by Kate McKinnon. She was an exaggeratedly stereotypical Australian woman, completely opposite to all the other girls, claiming to have gone every day to school on a water scooter, to be able to speak to dogs, and suggesting alternative and unfeasible solutions to the girls' troubles. Kate McKinnon was actually quite good in this role, making me crack up with laughter in every scene. But this ensemble of women is just the latest in the endless list of films like Bad Moms, which tried to present the heterogeneous group of friends which, despite their differences and disasters, end up learning a thing or two about the world and wash everything down with a bottle of vodka. It also followed along the steps of films like The Boss or Snatched, which seem to believe that the ultimate comedic plot can only be achieved through reaching the highest number of penis-related jokes per minute. And it's not even close to dark comedy as it claims to be, because the only dark element in the film is the corpse, and after 5 minutes we have already forgotten about the actual concept of death, which is ridiculed throughout the whole film and considered a light and nearly fun topic. For example, in one scene after killing the man, Alice just exclaims, "Well, we can still have the best weekend of our life," and all the women just happily clean up the whole house, clean up the blood, hide the body, and just prepare for a weekend of partying. So because of all the above mentioned reasons, I would not recommend watching Rough Night. If you did watch Rough Night, let me know what you think about it with a comment here below, and also if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for many more movie related videos. See you soon, bye!